What's up, everybody? It's your boy Smack, and today I got another SL job. Not working on the car right now, but let's get into it. We got the Coilovers Neomax adjustable coilovers for the SL R230 model. Which it gets pretty standard. You get two front suspensions, which that's that, and right here. And then you got the two rear, which is one there and there. You tell the rear, that's the rear. Ultimately, what's going to happen is I'm going to take the spanner wrenches that comes in the box. I'm going to take each coil out individually. I'm going to loosen up the collars, and then I'm going to start adjusting it to get it all the way extended, and then move it up 1 inch on each shock to adjust it before I start putting them on the car. That's pretty much it. Now, I have the version with Swift springs. Swift springs ultimately, in layman's terms, are used for vehicles that have more torque. They're more stiffer, preferably A and G models. You can get away with the regular black standard springs, but the Swift springs are supposed to be there to help for more power and movement and all that stuff. I just got them. So, again, what we need to do is get the wrench. Now, it's best to, again, adjust these before you put them on the vehicle, so then you don't have to be like all up in the wheel well trying to turn stuff, and it makes it rough. Looking overhead, oh, my flashlight came on. Looking overhead at the shock to extend the shock and make it taller, you're gonna turn this counterclockwise. Think of it as a clock. To shorten it, you turn it clockwise. Now, as Mr. Brandon Green from Gold Element Auto Works has a plethora of videos on how to do this, what you do is, see that hole right there? You want to get it to that hole where it's empty and you cannot see the thread. Basically right there. The thread is like right there at the top. Then what you do is grab you some tape. I measured this tape. It's like shy of like a centimeter or whatever meter from an inch, but this is pretty much 1 inch. I'm gonna put a piece of tape here, and then I'm gonna put a secondary piece of tape right at the edge on there. Then what I'll do is I'm gonna pull off that bottom tape, and then I'm gonna screw it all the way up to where it stops at that tape, and that is that 1 inch clearance that Brandon does. I think he says it's like the standard lowest setting on ABC to put for the car. And then just making sure this is all tight and all that jazz, and going there, because I can't even loosen this up by hand. It's like already locked in, so maybe I don't need to tighten, but I can't feel the shock move either. So I think it's actually good. And then I got to do that for the other four, and I can start installing. Just to show what I was talking about, once again, I already have it where you can't see it no more. I put the tape on here, so 1 inch, 1 inch. Now I'll pull this one off, and now I know I need to screw it back up there. So I'm just going to do this. And again, you could be off. This is where you just figure out how you want your car to sit. But I'm going to do this for all four shocks, so they are all 1 inch from basically the reset. And look, you can actually go over it, but I won't say don't go over it. Let's get it right there. And then you can take that off and then lock this down. And then of course he says hand tighten it first, and then he says try to do a full turn after you hand tighten. He was saying that for the locking collar at the top. So pretty much I got that on there, and then I'll try to get the tool to retighten it. And to do the same thing on one of the front ones. Now, again, you loosen this up. Now, if this is stuck, because that's super loose, that's why once it's like on the car, you use this to tighten the lower locking ring. But you loosen that up, turn it. Until you get all the way down. See, it's almost there. One more. I think we'll stick with that. You can get in there. If you want to do like that and just roll it over to kind of get it right there, you can do that too. Then the same thing, move this locking collar up so you can get your 2 inch space. Get the tape you had prior. Just try to lay it down next to it as much as you can. Again, this is pretty much about 1 inch. Then you get your other one, lay it directly next to it. Bam, and there you go. Take that one off, and then you just turn it back up. And another cool thing, just in case if you didn't know, I'm pretty sure everybody knows, but if you had no other tools, right, you can pretty much use this one tool to do all the work on here because they cut out shite. So this goes here. If I can get it on, Jesus, I'm tripping. This is how you can lock down that. You put the smaller one up here to tighten this down or whatnot. And then this square here is if you have like a wrench, and you can use that to turn too. So this tool pretty much does everything. Also, when you're adjusting the dampening, this is a front coilover shot and the rear is of course over there. But what you want to do is when you first take it out, turn it counterclockwise so you take it all the way to the lowest setting, the soft setting. You can hear a little click. Let's see. Well, it was one little click. But anyway, turn it all the way down. Mr. Brandon Green at Gold Element Auto Works, I believe on one of his latest videos, he says he sets the front ones at 21, which is the front, and the rears he sets at 15 dampening. So what you'll do is listen closely to the clicks. And that was 4. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then that's pretty much it. And then next thing is going to install them. So I'm gonna adjust the other front coilover to 21, then I'm gonna do the 2 rears at 15. And then at that point, it should be good. And in the next video, I guess I'll start doing the tear down, taking the wheels off and putting myself through hell. But it shouldn't be that bad.